Hello, everybody. Today we're playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. I have no idea what this game is. Just thought it looked cool. One of my friends actually said that they knew what this was and was watching Queso playing it. This will be blind, so I guess you can watch me be a noob in this game, unless that's not what this is. I don't really know.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
So I'm guessing this is the main character.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
So I'm guessing this is a puzzle game. Interesting. Jeez, I'm short. Oh my gosh. Oh.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
How tall are the ceilings? Oh my gosh. Oh. Okay, learning controls. Can't sprint, can't jump. Why does that sound like that? Okay.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I don't want to go to the left. No.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Okay.
Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Drinking it all in. Interesting.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
My gosh, you have a short attention span.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Do I need to? Nah, I'm right.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Nice sight. Ooh.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about.
Who, you?
Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Who is her?
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Can I fall off? So I'm guessing I have to go through the open door, but what if I, okay. Don't like how eerie this place is. Ooh. Oh, oh, okay. Well, oh,
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
I heard it's scary talking. No, no, man. Okay. What's your favorite movie? Jeez, flashbang.
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Oh my gosh.
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life
Wow.
to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
Mm-mm.
Sorry, but you're in my story now.
No. Also, that was like the worst animation ever. You couldn't have thought of something more creative? Fine, whatever.
This is
Oh,
a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
of course it is.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
Oh,
Look at him
fine.
there, pushing buttons,
Oh,
doing exactly what he's told to do. Now
how
he's
did
pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life. But in his
okay.
in his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was
Uh,
wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
I just noticed that I don't cast a shadow. Am I like a ghost? Well, I guess that makes sense. Am I Stanley?
And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
Spend time with the boys.
So he went further. He imagined that he came to two open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold. As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began
Oh,
to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called
oh.
it the Stanley Parable.
So, what's all over the floor? Okay.
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end. that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
I have. Didn't you just didn't you just say I have a wife?
But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one.
Okay.
And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as
That's
he
wonderful.
remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Okay. I think you forget, narrator, but I have a longer attention span than you. But, this isn't very much gameplay.
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
Give me a donut.
I suppose I can't, not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
Dot, dot, dot. Well, that's the end of this video. I'm not kidding. What is this game? Mm.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Oh,
What could it
great.
mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
Ah,
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
he wasted all my time. Is that what this is?
When Stanley came to a set of two
Yeah,
open
yeah.
doors, he entered the door on his left.
Swear to God.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Hoping he might coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Speedrunning this thing. I don't know what it is. I don't know where to go, but who cares?
Stepping into his manager's office,
Oh my
Stanley was once
gosh.
again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number.
1, 2, 3, 4. Oh.
2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
What was it? 2845. May I just say before I enter this, you could fit one of the new Grinch.
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input
Okay.
anything on the
bro.
device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
Does this guy know when to shush? It looks like the flashback from the Grinch. You know when he's a little kid. It's like
2845.
okay, jeez. You could fit one of
Yet
those Christmas
incredibly,
trees
by
in
simply
it.
pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Yeah, luck. That's what it was. Up? I'm scared. What is this?
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he
Butterflies?
felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
There's just sparks going around. Okay, okay.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
You know, the narrator makes me not feel so alone. I'm glad. Gosh darn it, man. Oh. Ooh.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
So who's hosting football? Because I think whoever owns this should. Jeez. Be able to see the game in 4K.
Now the monitors
Oh,
jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers.
it
The
said one of them
lives of
was.
so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Fired. Who's fired? Um, okay. What is this game? What did I get myself into? Who am I again? I was like 427. Alright. I don't know. I don't know.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
I don't know. Why are you asking me?
No. He refused to believe it.
Oh.
He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
That height difference would probably be some people's nightmares.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking,
nice.
eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
There's only 2 buttons. I want. Is this gonna be another big time waster? Press the button. Press the button. Should I? I really want to, but I'm just. I really want to, but I don't want to waste my time. Eh. Whatever. Great.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
No. That would be too short of a game. Oh,
Yes.
whoa.
He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command.
What is
Freedom
this?
was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, It will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It
Oh my
was
gosh.
perhaps
Let me
the
outside
only
already.
thing worth knowing.
Oh,
Stanley
good.
stepped through the open door.
Cool. That's nice. I'm gonna fall
Stanley
asleep.
felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen.
Were they
And
though?
Stanley was happy.
No, he wasn't. Oh, that was the shortest game ever. Uh, never the end. That's nice. That's okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
What was my number? Yeah, 427. Okay. My memory isn't that bad. Can I go outside? That looks like a really cool place. Time-wasting
When
game.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not
No.
the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps
Mm-hmm.
he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow, yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
No. Oh, I didn't like how my controller vibrated. Is
But
never
Stanley
the
didn't want
end.
to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, left. Oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake. No,
No.
not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please? Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Wasting my time and yours. Ooh, car. I want to drive car. I like how it makes noise. Yeah, no. What is the... Okay, am I the... Okay. It won't even let me try to open this door. Okay. Am I the only one who finds it a little weird that... You know what? I'm not gonna question it. No questioning anymore.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now.
I
The
already
whole
saw all of
story
it.
completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning.
No, no,
And
no,
this
no, no,
time,
no,
suppose we
no,
don't
no,
wander
no.
so far off track, hmm? Okay, from the top.
Ah. You know, this game just seems to be a big time
All of his
waster.
co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I really don't.
When Stanley... Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear I definitely restarted the game over,
Oh
completely
no.
fresh. Everything should be...
No.
Or did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here
Oh.
somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Oh, I get why this is so boring. It's because he made it. Why does this is giving major backrooms vibes. Is it just me? I'm also gonna be playing The Last of Us soon. Post a video on that. That'll be fun. Um, big old time waster, honestly. Okay.
I'll
Oh,
say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we just... do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
okay. The worst adventure you've been on? Try playing this over
All of
and
his
over
co-workers
again.
were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Mm-hmm. Totally. Oh, great.
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Mm-hmm. Please, please, please. Ah, at least I can still would try to wiggle it. Is that a camera? No, that's a ladder. What am I thinking? I'm thinking it's this door, right? It's not labeled? No. Is this all just to get me back
Aha!
in my office?
I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes.
I don't remember it being blue.
No, wait, never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head
Ah,
back the other way and retrace our steps. Now this,
okay.
well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what?
Do you
Since
have
I've completely
dementia?
forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job.
Oh, I
Oh,
don't want to win like
no.
this.
No, I don't feel right about this at all. We
Yeah.
both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
I'm guessing.
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
No. Uh, ooh, no. Can we talk about how many workers there are? Like, wait a minute. No. Can't tell me what to do. Oh,
No, no, I'm down. We're leaving it up to the line from now on.
seriously? Fine. Ooh. What is the point of trying to open doors if I can't open any of them? I feel like that one gorilla's gif.
You
It's
see?
just.
The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever
Pulling a
we
door
end
that
up
says
be our
push.
destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way,
Hold on. You're awfully loud, sir. I
this
can't
is the
even.
story of a man named Stanley. This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Okay.
Is the story of no destination
Reminds
Still
me of that
story.
one Gorilla's gif.
Simply by the act of
Just like
moving forward,
pulling something
are we
and meant
implying
to
a
push.
journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature
What the?
of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a
Why is it on the
byproduct of one's
wall?
subjective experience of that existence, right? Okay. Now, if my experience of your
No.
existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office in fact the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Oh my gosh. Who's writing this line? Okay. My guy. Music does not have to be that loud.
Wait, cut the music. Go back and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make
I'm
sure you
sure.
study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
I'm not wasting my time doing that. No.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
I don't think the line knows what it's doing. No. No, please. No, I. Ah, fine.
Oh, no, not again, Line. How could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it.
427.
Restart.
Ah. Oh, the adventure line is still here.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us?
Oh,
We're
okay.
intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story?
Because
Something
you don't write good
exciting,
stories.
daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start
What the?
wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Fine.
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
No, thank you.
Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rules.
Ooh.
Just
What's on
don't
the
acknowledge it, and we
wall?
should be fine.
Why is it just right here? Is it because there's still no reason for it to be that dirty, Val? I think this line needs a little bit of help. It's not drawn in a straight line. It's going all over the place. Oh, okay, bye.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't
Concerning.
squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And
What are
that
you
in
talking
turn
about?
means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going?
I
And
don't
since the
know.
answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another
I'm
victory for
very
logic.
sure.
Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
Okay.
Hold up, what's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes?
After a long time,
So what
Stanley dies.
determines...
Wow.
So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why
Okay.
don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really... No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to
Why do
keep
you...
restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't
Fifth
do it. I
reader.
won't do it. I won't do it.
Can I do it for you?
And the timer
Oh,
stopped. Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen?
mm, I honestly don't know.
So, okay. I guess now we just wait.
Okay,
You
so
know,
it didn't matter
I
which
suppose in
star
some
we
way that
chose.
this is a kind of story, wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if you...
Oh, wow.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Wasn't a memo, Stanley. We all know that by now.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Let's see what happens now.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a
Talk
wave of
less.
disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Where is that coworker? Dude, what is this slideshow? Hello?
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
No. You know what? Yeah.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
What the heck? Hello?
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down?
'Cause he's
Why did doors
dead.
close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself,
Yep.
this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm
Death.
dreaming, he yelled.
Ugh.
This is all a dream. What a relief,
Why are you
Stanley thought.
yelling like
He
that?
had finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have
Yep.
to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined
Uh-oh.
himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
No, 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 no,
Then he
please,
imagined
no,
himself
no.
soaring through space on a magical starfield, And it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking?
Maybe he's
Now the
crazy.
voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now,
No, but
hearing
you're
the
about
voice
to
speak
put me to
these words
sleep.
was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it.
Slow
He
your
would
roll,
prove
man.
that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the
I
mattress
can't
on
see
his
anything.
back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my
Thought I
job.
didn't have a wife.
All I want is my life exactly the way it's
Were you
always
just
been.
joshing me?
My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine.
I
I
can't see
am
anything.
okay.
Oh, no, you're not okay. You're still here.
Stanley
Yay!
began screaming. Please, someone wake me
Oh
up.
my
My name
god.
is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Oh, wonderful.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Oh, wonderful.
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through
Is that
town
Stanley?
talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy, this much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment,
Really?
she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I
Wow.
am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better.
Why? What
Then
happened
she
to her?
remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body.
So then why is she
And
still
then she
sitting
turned to the
here? Okay. You're not gonna put me through all this and then okay. Yay, there's no more narrating voice. No, are we Maria now? Are we I think we're the same height.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay. Okay.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Oh no, no, not again. I won't be part of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all. I'm just going to be patient and wait for you to finish
Ooh,
whatever
duct
it is
tape.
you enjoy doing so much in this room. Please take your time.
Okay. Anything interactable? Can I crouch? Oh my gosh, I can. Wait, what? When was I able to do this? Wonder how long until he gets mad. Nothing? Okay.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
It's blinding. Ooh, bathroom. Yo, this is a good bathroom too. Why is there a window in here? That's my only question. Oh, what if someone was like cleaning the windows or something? Ooh, soap. Oh, okay. Oh no. Business strategy. What am I working for? Sure. Let's go up. Ooh. Yep. Amazing music. I love this music. Is he counting? I can hear him. I can hear him in the music. Narrator, get out of my life. Is that really all I had to do? Oh, okay. Oh, hex nah. What does that say? Can't read that. Oh, I don't know. We're still in the same room. Hello? Can I go down? I did. Ah, okay, fine.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley
Scared
was
me.
once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret pin number.
What is it? 2, 8, 4,
2845.
5. Okay.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Okay. So there is a few things that are. Oh. Yay!
Whoops. Nope. Never mind. Stanley actually got back into the elevator and went back up. Silly me. Why did Stanley do that when he knew that it would just lead back to his boss's office? Well, that's a great question. I just can't
Oh,
wait to find out.
it's a good question.
Here we are, Stanley. It's your boss's office. Exactly the way it was before you got onto the elevator. It's still just exactly what it is. What a decision you've made to come up here and look at the office again. This has fleshed out the plot of the story in new and fascinating ways I could have never anticipated. It's that keen eye for storytelling that you have, an incisive rapid fire of critical plot points, one after the other, weaving a rich tapestry of uncompromising narrative. Wow!
Okay, okay,
I'm bolted
okay.
to the edge
Stop
of my
milking it.
seat.
Okay, I get it.
Incredible. Now he's getting back into the elevator and going down again. Ladies and gentlemen, how does he keep coming up with all of this?
Okay, bro. Okay. There's no need to be such a meanie.
Surely this time Stanley will walk forward into the spooky corridor, won't he?
No, now that you say it, I'm not going to.
Did you think we were going to go forward down the spooky corridor? No.
It's not even
It's time
spooky,
once
it's
again to go
boring.
back up in the elevator. I can't even begin to grapple with what might be up there. Is it the boss's office again? Or what if it's the boss's office this time? The suspense is killing me.
I know, right? Oh,
Oh my god. It's the
it's the
boss's
boss's
office.
office. I
This absolutely changes everything for me. Give me a
know, right?
timeout here for a minute while I process this.
Oh, great. Now we get to see a bird drink coffee.
Okay, I'm ready. I'm prepared to embrace this stunning revelation and to move forward with... No! No, wait!
Uh-oh.
No! I need more time to process.
Okay. I like how this game is just meant to be me wasting my time.
All right. I have fully come to terms with it. I have made space in my worldview for this astonishing new reality. As before,
Oh,
I
really?
turned to your expert, of course. Going back down in the elevator.
I'm not even gonna listen
How
to what
did
you
I not
say. Oh.
anticipate it? I mean, sure, now
Oh.
it's obvious, but you have to understand that 30 seconds ago, this kind of thing had never been attempted before. I had no frame of reference to even anticipate it. That's just how revelatory Stanley's decision-making is, a breath of fresh air in a landscape of storytelling that has grown stale and repetitive.
Should should I? Should I? I really want. You know what? I'm going to. Oh, the narrator guy isn't gonna even say anything this time.
Hmm. You know,
Oh, he is.
I've just thought of something. Hold on, let's stop for a moment. Don't you realize? It's the anticipation, Stanley. You and I, we have no way of knowing what will be at the top of this elevator. But the suspense, the agony of waiting and anticipating and having to guess, that's the real thrill. Oh, I simply don't want to let that feeling go. It's so precious, so fleeting. Why don't we take this elevator ride nice and slow?
Oh, okay.
There we go. Isn't this so much more exciting? You know,
It
Stanley,
is.
it seems like nowadays the only thing that audiences want is to be shocked as loudly and frequently as possible. They want big, explosive moments flung right in their faces from the very moment that things get started. But where's the tension? Where's the trust in the audience to build a slow and nuanced appreciation for the story, the characters? Why aren't we given time to imagine the surprises? To have to think and to anticipate and then to marvel at the eventual reveal? This is storytelling, Stanley. What you and I are doing right now. This is the most exciting narrative to be developed in years. And it's really all because of you.
Okay.
You're the one who took this bold step of revisiting the exact same locations over and over. Truly, I mean it. This is unique and different. It's not like anything else out there. You see, I want stories that surprise me, Stanley. I want to have to think. I want to be engaged and not pandered to. We're being fed such unimaginative drivel all the time, and we all know it, which is why we're so starved for content that makes us feel sharp and vital and alive. That's why people like you so much, Stanley. Because you're not afraid to spit in the face of tradition. You're a role
Okay.
model, you know? People look up to you. Which is
My
why,
name isn't
though I
Stanley,
didn't mean to
though.
spring this on you, but, well, I've gathered a little press
It's the
conference
one
for
thing
you
I've
so that
learned.
you can talk about your work and your storytelling and your life. Yes, I know you're not much for the public eye, but I thought it would especially mean a lot to the people who have been following you from the beginning. They really look up to you, Stanley. I don't know if you realize the impact you have on them. This
I've
is the
listened to this
kind of
man for an
gesture that
hour.
might leave a tremendous impact on them for the better. Oh, good, we're here.
Oh, well, on that note, I'm gonna leave it right here. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I've actually had quite a bit of fun playing this game. I will make a part two. I'm actually gonna film it right after this, maybe a little bit after. And make sure to leave a like and subscribe only if you enjoyed the video and you want to keep watching me. I really like being a content creator, and even just the few views I usually get on my videos, I really just love seeing those few people um watch my videos. I don't know. I don't know how to word that. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. Um and have a good day. Good rest of your day or good rest of your night. Bye.